So the Avatar franchise. I think it's a cute little series. Some fun into OG series, epicness in the later animations, live action stuff exists. There were certain elements I found interesting, from Boy Frozen Ice, people with elemental powers, and it got me thinking in relation to the real world. So come with me as I explore the concept of Avatar, Aang and friends, in the real world. Now, for this premise, I figured I'd zone in on one historical character in relation to history. Now think, who are the most predominant people in history, leaving a mark to be remembered today? In some sense, the conquerors. People who did a lot, asked a lot, and left an impact for that. You got Cleopatra, Julius Caesar, and for the case of this video, Genghis Khan. Why hello, our mighty Fire Lord. There could be other Asian-themed conquerors for this, but I think Genghis Khan could be a good framework. Genghis Khan, however it's pronounced. And from there, we could build his whole Fire Lord family. 2 powerful children who are wielders of elements, and ever-trusty uncle. Fire is interesting within the 4 elements, and in a sense it's kind of a worse one. Fire is the one you can't touch with direct contact, which means outside of purpose for heating up things, it leans to being used for violent purposes. It can't build stuff with fire like with water or earth. Fire is also interesting considering within a utilitarian or even an evolutionary lens. Fire was a pretty paramount wielder in a stage of human evolution, where we used it to cook food or keep warm during a cold Ice Age night. And considering Fire Nation people appeal to a lot of rage and negativity, the harnessing of that element could be pretty useful. But anyway, with our little Fire Nation, and against the Fire Nation with little Master of Elements Aang, the singular force against the Fire Nation. No past avatars to guide him, no friends to assist him. He fights to the best of his ability, he freezes himself in an epic battle. This is an interesting aspect in relation to modern day, the concept of cryogenic freezing. And it's not just Aang who freezes himself. Fire Lord Genghis Khan Ozai, with his fellow, most devout members of his Fire Lord family, also freeze themselves in a unique way to preserve themselves for several hundreds to 1,000 years. To be thought out around American modern day. Maybe around the Cold War era, CIA finds these useful assets, frozen in ice, and they decide to use them. Aang has 2 handlers, a Sokka and Katara types. Seem kind of fitting. Of all the guys, he seems to have the most casual life. Members of the Ozai Khan family have undergone brainwashing, to be used for other purposes. One of them for real government stuff, one of them for the literal Avatar series, and somehow ER's evolved. There's a reason he has a hyperfixation around Avatar. And as far as the long-term plan, who knows? Maybe a real-life Avatar, teaching people elemental skills. We'll see. Anyway, that's some of my theory crafting. What are some of your opinions on this? Feel free to let me know, and God bless.